five Bible verses Prophet Ebuka will be used consistently, or you just know.
Chineke God. Um, Isaiah 54 verse 15. Um, He'll restore all the years that the locusts and cankerworms. Is it that one? No, no, no. That's Joel 2:25. He'll restore all the years that the locusts and cankerworms have eaten, has taken from you. Isaiah 54 15. Um, they will surely gather. If the gathering is not of you, they will scatter. Isaiah 54:17. No weapon fashioned against you shall prosper. Any tongue that rises against you shall fall. Hebrews 12:24. Let me go to the rich one. Sirach 11:21. God can make you suddenly, perform suddenly and instantly rich. Um, I do have a couple of
Say
other
that's
ones.
massive.
That's massive. Listen, let me not start dropping all the Bible quotes in here. Oh. If you, I will just open a church.
Hello, viewers. I have a distinguished personality with me. One and only world best.
Adao.
I know your real name. Now give us your real name.
Oh, my name is Bridget. Abiodun Chibufoy.
Did you hear that English? Did you say that's massive?
Massive. I don't even know what that means. Wow. Okay. My name is Bridget. I'm from Delta State. I'm a worker. I work for a living. I work in the media space professionally, as a broadcaster, as a senior producer, and a communication strategist, actually.
Do you think the preaching of the prophets is impactful to the youths of today's Nigeria?
Yes, I think the preaching of the prophet is really, really impactful. If you come to any of the programs in Zion Ministry, you see that lots of them are youths, apart from the elderly ones that are always very few. And I know that the teaching is kind of like resetting their mindset because a lot of things have become a norm, even when it's wrong. And it's a sin if I should use that word. So the preaching, in my opinion, is really impactful. And a lot of the youths are trying so hard to adjust. It's hard, it will take a while, but it's doing something good.
What part of the preaching are they trying to adjust to? Let's hear the parts.
Okay, so let me start from the ladies' part, the part of submission, of speaking only when spoken to. You know, a lot of ladies have become very domineering. They have become alpha women, and that's because of the way life has thrown things at them. So it's hard for them to now listen, even when a man is speaking, because over time, you see, they say they created demons out of men. But you see, some of these men were the demons in them were created by women. So now it's like a cycle, a vicious circle. So now that they are behaving anyhow to women, women are trying to find their steps and still creating more wicked men, and men are creating more wicked women. So it's a very terrible circle. But that teaching of submission is something that a lot of women are trying to accept. It's hard for them. I'm not saying for me. I don't know. It's not about me, but in general. Another teaching is premarital sex. Yes, that's teaching as well. In this time and age, you hardly find couples who are dating or in a relationship and are not having sex. It's very hard. And even when you say to someone who wants to date you, I'm not going to have sex, they'll look at you like you are sick. Like, are you okay? So that teaching also is something that, if done over and over again, it sinks into our subconsciousness. Wow. And it becomes something that is good and right, and people will practice it. Also, cohabiting is a teaching that he has always thought about. Do not stay with a man who hasn't married you. A lot of girls don't know that putting yourself in my boyfriend's house, I'm cooking, I'm clean. But I've never been raised to be able to do that because me, I don't even like stress. You understand? But when I see a lot of girls do it, I'm like, Sirike, you have energy. You want to prove that you're material, wife material. Okay, 20 yards, continue. But the teaching is trying to reset their minds as well. I'm focusing on women because now women get plenty wahala. Honestly, we too get plenty wahala. And that teaching is foreplay. That's when he talks about putting your mouth in a man's private parts and putting your mouth in a man's private parts. We know what is being called. This is something that has been on for the longest, from secondary school to university. I'm not saying me, calm down before people start thinking too much. Start imagining songs, plagues. But this is something that has been on for a very long time. Even men see it as normal. Women see it like if it's not part of whatever thing we are doing, then you have not started, you know. And that one will be very hard for them to be used to, but I think that it's slowly sinking into their subconsciousness. Also, the fact that men should love their wives. Love their wives. You see that a lot of men feel like once they marry, they feel like they've gotten a property. It's a my cookie, my cook, my chef, my cleaner. So he's teaching on that too. He's helping some men who have lost focus to regain their focus. I just feel like I feel like there should be more teachings on young guys who are not yet married to know what to do before trying to date a girl, because a lot of the men here are clueless.
Wow. Since you're really a relationship expert,
Yeah, I'm not a relationship. I'm saying from the teaching.
so it's about to go down. So let's go a little bit personal. So are you into?
Yeah.
Hold on. Are you into any relationship?
I don't understand. No, actually, I'm not.
Wow. Okay. So what can you tell us about your past relationship?
Hey, Chineke God, why would I tell you about my past relationship? My friend, go and Google it.
No, no, no. Tell us so that we can be able to understand.
Who wants to understand
No,
you?
we want to. Yes, we want to. From what transpired during the past relationship, what can you say generally about men?
Um, Past relationships, I would not. To be honest, that is an area that has been very, 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 very long time.
One second, please. How long have you been practicing celibacy?
I've see. If I should say I've been celibate all my life, people will not believe it. But I've answered you.
No, no. Want to hear? Want to hear? How for how long? How long have you been practicing celibate?
I've answered you now.
No, I didn't get the answer.
I say I've been celibate all my life.
Oh, you're trying to say you're a virgin?
I don't know about that. I beg, leave me. I beg, leave me. I've
All right.
answered the best way
Okay.
I can.
All right, Bridget. So, what kind of man do you wish to settle, or what are the characteristics of a man you wish you can end up with?
Number one, I know everybody says it. God fearing. I beg. He has to fear God though, because this thing of men cheat is in their DNA. What can we see? See, they scatter my brain, because I don't feel like they were born like that. But every time I keep hearing it, it's a problem. So if he fears God, I feel like he will not cheat on me.
One.
A man who is a giver. I want a man who is a giver, because I don't want my husband to be stingy to me and my family and my children. Problem. And then I want a man who is good looking. He has to be good looking,
How
because
many facts?
I'm not bad as well. I'm not really concerned about packs. So you have 6 packs and you're not providing my house. Even if you have 1 pack, it's okay. I'm not talking about beer pack. I don't want that. But be good looking, be a bit um in size. I'm talking about physical qualities now. I know I said God fearing and a giver. It should also be in size, a bit bigger than me, because I kind of like have a presence. So he should also have a presence, you know. I also want somebody. I pray for someone who is humble, because I feel like it's going to really help us as a family. I also want someone who is reliable. I know everybody will say husband has to be there, be there for you, but not all husbands have that time. So I want someone who's reliable, and I also want someone who is considerate. Because if you're considerate, you'll be patient with me. You get why they ask that one. You have to be considerate and patient with me, because even me, I don't even understand myself. Sometimes, once in a blue moon. What else? What else do I want? What else do you think I want?
You don't want money.
We are dogu. We are dogu.
How much do you want that said man to be giving you every month for upkeep? I know you do your own thing. You have your own job. You have.
I'm not doing my own thing. Ignore what I'm doing. My money is my money.
How much? How much do you giving you every month for upkeep?
No, Oga, I don't know. As long as it's enough to put food on the table.
How much?
Honestly, I don't have it.
Just give us a
No,
figure.
no. I'm honest about that. I can't say I want him to be giving me a particular figure a month, because I understand the way life goes sometimes. So as long as we can feed and take care of our basic needs, and even when we cannot and we can manage and do 1 or 2 things, I'm fine. A productive way of thinking, like I said, anyone who is really sharp up here, we can make anything happen. We can sell a stick to you that is gold rod and it will work.
You trying to marry someone that dupes people for
No, I'm
money?
just saying, like someone like that would push you and give you that drive to want to be better. And both of you with that drive, you can never be hungry. Actually,
How well do you know your Bible?
I try. I try to read my Bible.
5 Bible verses Prophet Ebuka will be used consistently, or you just know.
Chineke God. Um, Isaiah 54, verse 15. Um, He'll restore all the years that the locusts and cankerworms. Is it that one? No, no, no. That's Joel 2:25. He'll restore all the years that the locusts and cankerworms have eaten, has taken from you. Isaiah 54, 15. Um, they will surely gather. If the gathering is not of you, they will scatter. Isaiah 54:17. No weapon fashioned against you shall prosper. Any tongue that rises against you shall fall. Hebrews 12:24. Let me go to the rich one. Sirach 11:21. God can make you suddenly reform suddenly and instantly rich. Um, I do have a couple of other
Say that's
ones. Oh, that's
mercy.
massive. Listen, let me not start dropping all the Bible quotes in here. Oh. I will just open a church.
What are the personalities of the prophets you admire so much?
The ease with which he easily gives people. Um, it's interesting. It's surprising. Sometimes it's scary because I feel like some of these people are just coming because they know he easily gives, But I love the fact that regardless of the fact that he probably has that sixth sense to know that they are there for that, he still gives because he knows you need it. And that's something very impressive. If he feels like he has a big heart for a lot of things. Now the question is does he have a big heart because of the kind of position that he is in? If he wasn't in this position, will he still have a big heart like that? Is what I cannot answer, to be honest. But I always say that God puts you in a place where you have the opportunity to do something good for somebody, and it doesn't matter if he's not there or if he's there, he will do the same thing, but he's in a space where he can do it and he's doing it. And that's what I admire. Another thing I admire is the boldness with which he says things. The fact that he's bold enough to teach things that are not being taught, the doctrines, dissecting it in such a way that you can't get the teaching anywhere. You can't, and you don't like it, but you still hear it. And the more you hear it, the more it sinks in here. So that's another thing I admire. He's really bold. That thing I also admire is very proactive thinking.
Oh, very well, yeah.
Very proactive thinking. He's a productive human being, mentally and physically. Like if you haven't, he will keep telling you, they gave birth to me in a village. Nah, lie, oh. They gave birth to me in a village. I don't know. I know. Hey, if it's that one that is divine wisdom, I want to have the divine wisdom, because there's no conversation you want to have that he cannot contribute 70%, and it will make more sense than what you think you already know.
Oh, beautiful. That's amazing.
So that's another thing I admire.
Wow, that's interesting. Bridget said that's massive.
Oh boy, now massive things with those. That's massive.
What's your own opinion about the 100 days?
My opinion about the 100 days is, I would love it to be in the east, because I know and I believe that, and I've been a victim of certain things, that if you do not start something, you will never start. And that's my fear. If we do not break that space now, we will still struggle to break it next year. And that's why I really want us to go to the east. Baba, I know like uncomfortable places though. I like to be very comfy. I like to have my bed, my duvet. You will see me, you know. I don't but this east movement, I want it to be a reality this year. But if God says otherwise, who am I? I really wish that we could do this in the east.
Wow, interesting. So, what's your prayer for Zionites at large?
Hey Zionites, I pray that they calm down.
Go ahead.
Yes, you guys are too volatile. Honestly, it's overwhelming sometimes. Always so aggressive about some certain things.
So, 1 second. You say we are so
I'm sorry,
aggressive.
oh. If you like, come for me Oraye, oh. I don't send job.
Are you trying to say that in the comment sections of people they are
Yes. Mirror your spiritual director. I keep saying this thing. You want to fight for him, fight for him. But there are great ways of doing it. You don't have to insult someone's ancestors and insult their family and curse them in such a way that we are all here for Zion. I'm here for Zion. You're here for Zion. So that's my prayer. One of my number one prayer points. Zionites should calm down. Calm down. You know, let's not be the reason why we fall. Because the way we are going, some of us, not all, we might be the reason why we get into some certain kind of situations. Another prayer for Zion is that we excel. So that when people see us, they say, this person is a Zionite. Yes, they are excelling. The prayers are working. God of Zion is doing great. So I want us all to be way makers, to be moguls in businesses, in any field we find ourselves. We are excelling, we are taking territories, we are overcoming everything. You know, when we say you enter somewhere, you just take over. Yes, Zionites, I want us to take over the world in everything that we are doing spiritually, because our spirituality is very low. Let me ask
No, no, no,
you.
no. I'm not.
When we
I'm
talk
not
about
part of
when
it.
we talk about
Hello, can we just
oil,
wrap up? Cut
when
the
we
cut,
talk
cut,
talk
cut,
about perfume
cut,
oil, what
cut,
comes to your
cut.
mind?